Hi, principals. Today we're going to be talking about your leadership. And we're going to be talking about how your leadership has to be fearless leadership. Now, I know this is the time of year when some of the decisions that you're making have gotten some challenges. You're getting some pushback from trying to accomplish some of the goals that you all as a team decided you were going to do at the beginning of the school year. And now all of a sudden you're getting the mumbling and the pushbacks, and you're not being able to accomplish some of those things that you thought were going to be necessary in order to get your vision met. I want you to know that as the leader of your school, you're going to have to overcome those challenges. I know you're feeling alone because of some of the things and some of the circumstances that are going on around you. But as the leader, as the principal of that school, you're stepping into a realm where you're going to be facing challenges, small, medium, and large, and you're going to be facing those challenges daily as a leader. You're going to be getting pushbacks from your staff. You're going to be getting pushbacks from the community. But I want you to know that you will be able to overcome those pushbacks as you're getting them. And I want you to know that as the leader, the way you think is different from the others that are around you. I mean, you are brilliant. You are gifted. You were chosen for that position. You have studied. You are prepared to be the leader of that school. I'm just saying that you are going to have a sense of solitude when you make your decisions. Because remember, as the leader of your school, all you're doing is paving new pathways. You may be doing some things that are different that your faculty, your community have not been exposed to before. Of course, you're not going to go in and just change things just for the sake of changing them, or you're going to change things because you want to put your fingerprint on that school for whatever reason. It's really not about that. As the principal of a former underperforming school, I know how you feel. I felt I had made the right decisions, but sometimes I had that emptiness about me, that what I'd call that worry feeling, wondering if the things that I was doing for teachers and students, my supervisor, the community, I knew my thinking was different. What I didn't know was that different thinking is the hallmark of a true leader. So if you are getting that pushback this time of year, I want you to know that there's some things that you can do to make your leadership a fearless leadership. And what I want you to do first is I want you to trust your instincts. You're the leader of the school. You're going to make some mistakes, but you've been trained for this. But just trust the process that you've been trained for. And more importantly, trust yourself. You know, one of the quotes that I would use whenever we had a situation that everybody was looking to me to make the decision, and I didn't know whether it was the right decision or not. Once I made the decision, my quote was, after you've done all, stand and don't waver. Don't second guess yourself. You have a unique perspective to the needs of that school. You have developed with your team your vision. You know what you want your school to be. Stand on that. Don't waver. That's your leadership. You are you're guiding this ship. Are you going to come and make some mistakes? Absolutely. Will you learn from the mistakes? You certainly will. And the next thing is engage in constant learning. Go to conferences, read books, do professional development because you can't make good decisions if you don't have that breadth and depth of knowledge. You can't just walk around having an empty head and thinking that you're going to make good decisions as a leader. It's not going to happen. You have to have the knowledge to arm yourself so that you will be confident in all the decisions that you make, even if they go against the grain, even if it's something that has not been tried before. Because you've done your research, because you have gone to professional development, that's going to make you understand that you can do this. You can make these decisions as the leader on the campus, and you will be able to stand the challenges. You may not get challenges from your teachers. You may not get challenges from anybody. You may get challenges from your supervisor. Some of the supervisors, they have that, old way of thinking, and they don't want anything changed. They don't want you to step out. But that's when your courage comes in. That's when you use that quote, after you've done all, stand, even if it is going against the grain. And the most important thing I want you to know, principals, is that you're going to have to build a support network. You're going to have to surround yourself with mentors. And sometimes that's difficult to do. If you are in a small community, or you are in an area where, maybe you're it, you're the only one, or you're in a community that is so close knit that you can't discuss some of the problems that you're having because some of the things will be misconstrued. There may be gossip that will be going on. You cannot share some of the intimacies of the things that are going on in your school. You don't have a mentor. You don't have peers that you can trust. You don't have any industry experts who can offer guidance. So, how do you build that network? Well, sometimes you just need a community. You need a community of like-minded principals, and you need to find that community. And that's going to make you strong in your leadership. But before I shut this down, and believe me, it's going to be brief. But I want you to know, don't get some things twisted. Now, some of the principals, are experiencing some ego issues with leadership. But I want you to know what leadership is not. And leadership is not about control. It's about service. You are the principal at that school because you are giving a service to that community. Especially if you are a principal in a community where your students are not achieving at the level that is expected. You are there to serve. You are not there to control. You also have to understand that leadership and principalship is not about power. It's about empowering. It's about empowerment. You have teachers who are looking up to you. They want you to share those things that you are doing well so they can emulate you. So it's not about power. It's not about, I have this title. Because remember, the principalship is a title. That's what gives you this power. It's the position. It's not you. It's about empowering others, giving others power. And something else that I can tell you, that leadership is not, it's not about manipulation, but it's about inspiration. It's about wanting to inspire others to do better. It's about inspiring others to believe that we can accomplish all of these goals and get these students to reach the heights of success. That's your inspiration. And that's the highest form of leadership. So remember, as you navigate the complexities of your current climate, it's not about having all the answers. That's not what leadership is about. It's about asking the right questions and continually striving for what's best for your students and for the staff and for the community. But principals, I want to tell you, don't second guess yourself. Don't second guess yourself. So if you want to continue to push forward and use these challenges as a catalyst to show that you can accomplish these things, what I want you to know is that you can do this. You can do this. I want to tell you a story about a couple of principals. Well, one principal, these two principals, they started school principalship at the same time. And one principal, she said that, by the way, they were both brilliant. And one of the principals said, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna turn this school around. So she went to the conferences. She read the books. She went and got professional development, but she did it all by herself. The other principal did the same thing. She went to conferences. She took classes. She read books. And she struggled because her school was underperforming. But the difference with this second principal was that she had a community. As principals, as leaders, we need someone to guide us. Someone to say, no, don't go that road. Don't take that road. That road is too narrow. Your car's not going to make it. You need someone to say, don't turn there. Go down a few blocks and then turn left. You need a community of principals who are experiencing things that are just like the things that you are experiencing, and they're succeeding. So you don't have to navigate this journey alone. So what I want you to do, I want you to join our mastermind community of brilliant principals, where you'll be empowered, enriched, and prepared to lead with confidence and make a lasting impact on students and teachers. So you go to the link that's on the page and you click barbaraypope.com and give me a call so we can start talking about ways for you to join our mastermind group as principals, ways that you're going to learn what other principals are doing, a safe place where you don't have to worry about things being repeated that you're saying. You won't feel alone because If you're sometimes in the community, you do feel alone as a principal. You listen to the people who are around you. You have your secretary, you have your assistants, you have other teachers, and they just see things differently. And you know in your heart of hearts, as the principal of that school, that the things that they are telling you is just not going to be a good fit for your school. You need principals like you who are experiencing the same challenges to share with each other what you're doing that's working, what you're doing that's right, and also to share experiences of what they did wrong, how they overcame it, so you don't fall into those same holes and make those same mistakes. So give me a call, and we can talk about you joining our mastermind community. You can also get that link where you can grab a free 10-page handbook on how to sustain your school success. And then, of course, if you're not already a member of Principles on the Come Up, you can join Principles on the Come Up, or if you are and you want to invite your friends, they don't have to go through a long questionnaire. All you have to do is look at that invite button, click that plus, and you can invite your friends to join our Principles on the Come Up. So we are Principles on the Come Up, where we transform schools into hallelujah success stories. And we'll see you next time. Bye.